Do you hate my shoulders today? What the F? Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. Welcome to my car. We are starting today off in the car because I have some errands to run. I need to go to the bank and do some other adult shit because today is July 1st and I gotta pay rent. So that is what we're gonna do right now. Happy Monday. Don't you just love it when the first of the month lands on a Monday? It makes my soul feel so good. So that said, let's go. We got to get there before the bank opens. That is like #1 adult rule for life in your 30s. You got to be everywhere before it opens. Otherwise, all the people are going to get there before you. So let's go. Let's do this. It's a Monday. Happy July 1st. Hello again, friends. I don't know if you can even believe this, but it is already the end of the day. I don't know about you folks, but summer days are usually longer, but this year it seems to be shorter. Like the time keeps going by quicker. I kind of want to spend some time right now updating my Google Calendar, my budget tracker, coloring my doodle planner because this month's theme is strawberries and I'm so excited for it because it's so super cute. And then also, what was the other thing that I was gonna do? Oh, film the intro for my July reading vlog. This is something new that I'm trying. I'm feeling a little brave right now because I read so much in June that I thought I'd do a July reading vlog instead of doing like a reading vlog focused on just one book like I did for Iron Flame. So I'm gonna film the intro for that shortly. Yeah, I'm just gonna spend this time after work updating my whole entire life right now. Hello friends, happy Tuesday. I haven't talked to you folks all day today. I've been filming B-roll clips here and there, but I haven't really filmed anything like sitting down to talk to you folks because I just wanted to have a quiet morning this morning. I woke up feeling very introverted and so I just wanted to get through my morning routine without feeling obligated to film for the vlog, and I feel like I accomplished that. I did film a few B-roll clips, but it wasn't like anything like me talking to the camera. So I feel good now. I feel a bit more energized, but also very tired because I just had therapy and I cried a bit. And now I feel like all in my feels. So shout out to everyone that goes to therapy and also feels all in their feels after they cry in therapy because that is me. I'm gonna make a snack in a little bit, but I also wanted to use this time to update you folks on the book that I was reading earlier today, and that is Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. So I just finished this book. I started it in the last vlog and I finished it today. And you guys, I am at odds with this book because I liked it, but I also didn't. but not enough to like hate it to rate it under a 3, if that makes sense. So I did end up rating this book a 3, and this book is a second chance romance, and it spans a decade between when our main characters met and today. And it was a very nice story. It touched on some very difficult topics. I rated it 3 stars out of 5 because I'm just a little at odds with how the book played out, especially in the middle. The beginning and ending was very good, like the first 50 pages, maybe even 75 pages, and then the last 75 to 100 pages were okay, and the whole entire middle was just a fluff piece. I didn't really learn anything about the main female character or the main male character that the story is about. I'm just really sad that this book, for me at least, missed so many good opportunities to dive deeper into the main characters. I feel like at the end they really dove deep into Gabe, who is the main male character, but the whole entire story is written in the main female character Channy's point of view, and I didn't learn anything about her. I had such a hard time connecting to this character, and I felt like it was such a missed opportunity. Now I am reading The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. This is the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, and if you guys remember from my Every Book I Read Last Spring book wrap up, I did not like Once Upon a Broken Heart. That was also a 3-star read for me, not because I hated it, but also not because I liked it. It was very in like this neutral space, but more on the I hated it side, but it wasn't like enough hate to rate it lower than a 3. My friend actually recommended the series to me, and this is her favorite romance series, and she is so adamant that I am going to love the second and third books because the first book was kind of like a world building type of book, and she really thinks I'm gonna like the second and third book. Usually I would buy the book, but because I was just so iffy on the first book, I decided to borrow the Kindle version from my library, and it became available much quicker than I thought it was going to. So I started reading this today. I'm only on chapter 3, and things have picked up quite a bit. I think things are moving faster in the story now that I know Evangeline and Jax better, and I'm set up from Once Upon a Broken Heart. So I'm hoping that pacing sticks through the entire book, because if you remember my review, I hated that it was written in the whodunit style, which I think is still gonna be the theme here. But I also hated Evangeline's character because she was so naive and just didn't know anything, and she was just annoying me so much. So I'm hoping that in this one she guards her heart a little bit more and uses her brain. I don't know. Have you guys read Once Upon a Broken Heart series, and what are your thoughts without giving me spoilers? Because I am protecting my heart with this one, not because I don't trust my friend, but because Evangeline is just, she is one to hurt me, and I can feel it in my bones. So hopefully I finish this book in this video, but if not, I will for sure update you guys on my thoughts either in the next vlog or my July reading vlog that I'm also filming at this time. That was a last minute decision on my part. You guys know I only ever filmed one other reading vlog, and that was when I read Iron Flame, but I've been watching a lot of booktubers, and I'm just highly inspired on sharing everything that I'm reading. And I want to do it in these like Life Lately vlogs, but I also want to do it separately. So I started to do a separate vlog for that, just in case there's any of you that want to watch like a whole entire separate vlog of everything that I read in a month. So yeah, if I don't update you guys on The Ballad of Never After in this vlog, it'll be in either the next vlog or my July reading vlog. So stay tuned for that.
So I updated my entire skincare routine for summertime. These are mostly all products that I've used before. The only thing I think that I haven't used before is the eye cream. This is the Summer Fridays Light Aura Vitamin C eye cream. I've used an eye cream like this where it's peachy or orange colored, but I haven't used this one before. This toner smells like spice love it so much.
Hello friends, it has been a couple of days since I vlogged. I think the last time I vlogged was either Tuesday or Wednesday, not quite sure because things have been a little crazy around here. Went to work on Wednesday and then my husband got sick and he's just been home the whole entire time. Today is Friday, by the way, if I didn't mention that. So he's just been home hacking up along the whole entire time, so it makes it kind of difficult to film. But today, because it's been a while, I locked myself in the room to film. It's because I miss you guys so much and I have a lot to update you on. So let's jump into it because we have a lot to talk about, especially since I finished reading 2 books. Now, I don't remember if I updated you folks on Funny You Should Ask. I feel like I did, but I can't remember if it was in this vlog or my reading vlog that I'm also filming at the same time as this vlog. But just in case I didn't, the next book that I want to review with you folks is The Ballad of Never After, which is the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. And I gotta say, I read this in June 30, 1, 2, 3, in 6 days, which is kind of like normal for me at this point, and it was so good. Like, I finished reading this today and I screamed at the top of my lungs. I think I scared my husband, first of all, and then I immediately texted my friend, why is this book so good? And then a lot of expletives after that because I was just so excited that all of my theories were right. I'm not gonna go over my theories in this vlog, but I'll save it for my July reading vlog, and I think I might also want to do like a spoiler section. Be on the lookout for my July reading vlog. It should be up hopefully early next month because this is going to be like a month-long reading vlog, so it's coming, you guys. I ended up rating The Ballad of Never After 4 out of 5 stars. I don't do like the 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, you know, I don't do any of that. I just do whole ratings because that feels better to me. But if I did do that, I think it would have been more on the 4.5 to 4.75 scale because it was that good. The only reason why it would have dropped to 4.5 is because the epilogue was like, what? Are you kidding me right now? So, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna read next. I kind of feel like in a fantasy mood and I've been wanting to read Powerless, but I also feel, I don't know. I haven't picked a book to read next. I have a couple here that I may want to choose from. I've had You with a View on my TBR for quite some time. I picked this up when I was in California, but I did myself the disservice of reading Goodreads reviews before reading this book, and then I scared myself into thinking I wasn't gonna like it. So that's why I haven't read it yet, but it is on my TBR list next. And then I also have Twisted Love. Now, I have a lot of mixed feelings about this book. I actually did a soft DNF of this. I want to say like Christmas time, maybe even January. And I just didn't really like the writing style. It felt a little too simple and very, like, the sentences were very short, non-descriptive. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, but I do kind of just want to get it off of my TBR list at this point because I want to read the other ones. I heard great things about the second, third, and fourth books. And then, like I said, I'm kind of feeling fantasy. Powerless has been in my TBR for quite some time, but If I'm being honest, I really want to save like all of my fantasy books for the fall. I am kind of feeling like in a spooky mood right now. And that's because I follow the Disney holiday schedule where Halloween starts in August. So I didn't know. I don't know if I should start this or just save it for August at this point, since I guess I'm gonna celebrate Halloween in August. But yeah, Powerless is also on my TBR list. And then I think this is considered a dark romance, Hooked by Emily McIntyre. Is this the same person that wrote Rebel Rose? I don't think so, but I do think her name is Emily too. I've heard okay things about Hooked. Now, I have this thing about reimagined Disney books. I have been let down by almost every single reimagined Disney fairy tale story so far, except for If the Shoe Fits. I can't remember who wrote it, but I'll put a screenshot of it here. That was probably one of my favorite reimagined Disney fairy tale stories, but every single other reimagined Disney story I've read so far has been a miss for me. And I think that's because I'm just a hardcore Disney fan. Like I don't want any of the other reimagined stuff, but I also do want it. But because I'm such a hardcore Disney fairy tale person, it's hard for me to like see it any other way. Now, I'm not too concerned about Hooked because Peter Pan is like very low on my list of favorite classic Disney movies, so I could really care less if this is good or not as a reimagined Disney book. But maybe I'll read this one next because it's like kind of spooky-ish, but not really. I don't know. That is it for books. I also wanted to do some beauty stuff because I know I've been talking about books a lot. So I wanted to balance it out with some beauty stuff that I finished over the last couple of days. I recently finished my favorite moisturizer for oily skin. This is the Belief Aqua Balm. There's not anything left in it at this point, but this is the gel version of the True Cream moisturizer. It's gel and it's blue and it kind of smells like Sprite to me. Anyway, I love this moisturizer so much. I buy it every single month, and if I do decide to try something new, I always end up returning to this one because it is just perfect for my oily skin, especially in Hawaii where it's super humid right now. I cannot even. It's so hot, and if this is any indication of what the fall is gonna feel like, I'm scared because the fall is the worst when it's humid like this during the summer, because that just means it's gonna be even more humid. Anyway, back to the moisturizer. This is my favorite moisturizer. I buy it every month and I just restocked it, I want to say last week Friday. So I didn't want to try a new moisturizer again. I just was like, this is it for me. I'm gonna stay at this one. Ask me again during Christmas time when my skin changes and it goes back to normal skin. But yeah, I am using Belief Aqua Balm right now. And I don't know about you folks, like you can't really tell on the camera right now, but I am breaking out so much in my chin and on the right side of my cheek only. And I'm pretty sure it's one, because my skin is so much more oily because of how hot it is. And then two, I can't remember the second reason. The next thing that I finished is this Living Proof Style Lab Flex Hairspray. This is a travel size because I bought it when we were traveling back in September last year, and it has lasted me all this time. So I actually restocked the travel size again because it is just so freaking good. I love that this is a hairspray that still gives you the flexibility of like styling it day after day after day. I can usually go like 3 to 4 days without restyling with this hairspray, just like using it on the first day. You can get this at Sephora in the like little travel section. That's where they totally got me. I did hear that there is a John Frieda version that is similar to this, but it is a large bottle, and I like the small bottles because we travel quite often. Yeah, that is it for beauty updates. And then the last thing that I want to update you folks on is my planner. So if you watched my July Plan With Me video, I was just having like this debacle, if you will, with my planner. I'm not quite sure where I want to take it because kind of getting bored of it. It was mostly due to not feeling the two themes prior to July, but this month's theme is strawberries, and I swear everyone and their mom is like all about the strawberries right now, myself included. And so I'm not done coloring it yet, but this is what I've done so far. So we have the goals page, the like monthly page, and then this other like calendar view, which I've never used before, but I started using it as like a little gratitude list, which, why didn't I ever think of that before? I think this is perfect. And then I have my habit and mood trackers, which, because I didn't like the last two themes in the planner, I haven't been filling out my habit and mood trackers. So I feel really good going back to tracking those things again. And this is the weekly view. Still haven't quite figured out what I want to do with this. That is my planner update. And then what else? That is it, I think. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I know it just kind of feels like everything went by so fast, and I feel guilty that I went so long in a vlog without updating you folks, but you know, life happens, and we'll try again next week when we vlog again. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me. If you like this week's vlog, by any miracle of a chance, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Bye!